now. Hello! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen and others of Earth, creatures in the dark recesses of the abyss. This is Torrin Atkinson, and you may know me from such live streams as drawing The Darkest of the Hillside Thickest t-shirt. But today, I'm doing my weekly 20-minute monsters, drawing a creature, a monster from Dungeons & Dragons, in particular, the Fiend Folio. Today is the letter G. Last week was F for flail snails. And, oh yeah, I was going to show you, I've been working on the Christmas cards. Let's see what I can pull up here. Here is this is from the Monster Manual series, which I went through A to Z. This is the Ifrit. Nice look on that. I punched them up a little bit for the Christmas cards, so the original didn't have this much color in it. This is Jingle All the Way. Can I just... Yes, here's six Sturges sucking. Not too bad. Thinking of you this holiday season, which with the Thought Eaters. If you watch this live, the Thought Eater was actually kind of like coming up underneath this desk, but I moved it to make it a better horizontal composition. And lastly, the Yeti yearning for yak yogurt, with the caption, and the very next day you gave it away. What does it mean? Up to audience participation. So that's what I have so far. I'm formatting these so that you can print them out on cardstock. If you have a color printer, I might print out. I do have a color printer, so I can print them out in cardstock and send them if somebody wants to buy some physical copies. But I'll probably put a bunch up on just you can grab for free. I don't know, from my website, I guess, torrinatkinson.com. Speaking of websites, hey, look at what I have on the screen right now. It's my social media. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitch, as you know, and patreon.com. Hey, if you like what I do, send me $1. Give me $1. For as little as $1 a month, you can support the arts of human artists. Okay, so today we are going to draw a Grell. Let me get rid of my... Let's zoom in and get a little better. Look at the Grell, yes. The appearance of this dreadful creature is fearsome indeed. A body like a giant exposed brain, approximately 5 feet in diameter, and with a frontal beak below which trail 10 6-foot-long tentacles. How many tentacles? How many tickles? 10 tickles. The beast flies by a levitation process. Small inflections of the tentacles controlling horizontal movement. Grell are usually found underground, but are occasionally seen in ruin or abandoned buildings. They are particularly dangerous and vicious, dropping on their victims from above whenever circumstances permit. I believe this is a Russ Nicholson drawing. Each tentacle carries a small spines, which can inject a venom which will paralyze the victim. What else? Grell are immune to lightning. That's important. The body of the Grell is a drab olive color, streaked with white. The tentacles are a pale olive green. So this is going to be a green Grell. And what is it going to do? It's going to be grappling a Grimlock. It's going to be a twofer today. That's right. Here's the Grimlock. Number appearing 20 to 200. I'm not going to draw 20 Grimlock. I might draw 2. Depends on how we're doing for time. I'm going to definitely draw 1. These are basically Morlocks from The Time Machine by that guy. You know that guy, H.G. Wells? Have you heard of him? Fierce subterranean humanoid warriors dwell in deep caverns, only emerging in raiding parties to a maraud across the Earth's surface late at night, searching for humans to butcher and devour. Their eyes are blank and sightless, so they do have eyes, but they have highly developed senses of hearing and smell. They are immune to effects, spells affecting vision. Blah, 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 blah. What else do we know? Grimlocks prefer edged blood-letting weapons. So I'm going to give the Grimlock a great axe. A granite great axe. Or maybe a regular great axe. Leaders and champions will wield a battle axe or two-handed sword. If encountered in rocky terrain, Grimlocks are able to blend with their surroundings. So long as they remain motionless, they cannot be detected other than by detect invisibility. Amazing. Description. Powerfully built humanoids with thick, scaly gray skin. They're usually clad in dark rags. Their hair is long, black, and usually unkempt. Their teeth are white and particularly sharp. So that's great. That is great. Great stuff. Here's another picture from the Fiend Folio of the Grell. I wanted to get I was looking at, sorry, I didn't prepare properly, Grimlock. Me, Grimlock. In the Forgotten Realms, yes, here we go. I think I like the design. Copy this image and throw it in the chat, or throw it in my document here. This is the 5th edition Grimlock, which they don't have eyes at all, which is pretty cool. And he's got this bone club. I like that. I like this design. I like how his he basically doesn't have a neck. It's just this line here, this straight line into his back. I like his pot belly. Yeah, so just for reference, we'll keep that around. All right, how are we doing for time? It's 10:08. What's this? This is a 2nd edition Grell. Take a sip of water here. I didn't sleep very well last night. I had a wrist injury at roller skating. And these are just some beaks in case I need to reference a beak. I'll keep those over here. So the color we're going to be doing is a greenish gray or a grayish green. Let's put this on top. And he's going to be in a grotto, a granite grotto. So what is a grotto? A grotto is a natural or artificial cave used by humans in both modern times and antiquity, and historically, or prehistorically. Naturally occurring grottos are often small caves near water that are usually flooded, or often flooded, at high tides. So just doing a quick Google image search, just to get a feel for what a grotto looks like. It's just an underwater cave, I guess. Oh, this one looks interesting. Oh, looks fake. It looks like a fake grotto. Alright, but the important thing is, it's going to be in a cave of some kind. Okay, great. Alright, so it is 10:09. I think we can begin. This is our color. It's not very dark, is it? But that might be alright to start. We can make it darker, right? Alright, so I want this, let's start. So here's the pencil in the grotto shape somewhere. And here's the Grell body-ish. And then I'll have the Grimlock really struggling. Let's have him really struggling. Raw, powerful legs. Let's make it a her. Because we've never seen that before, have we? I feel like he might be too big. Or she. Let's make her a gravid Grimlock. She's pregnant. Are you gonna be able to see her boobs? I don't know what's happening here with her legs. She's quite gravid. She's struggling with her great axe. I might have to adjust some things here. How's everyone doing today, by the way? Who's in the chat? Anyone new? Let me check the chat. Charles Smith. Time enough for sleep in the grave. So look, if it's a granite great axe, maybe it's looks quite cheap. All right, here's a boob. This looks quite like it's a greasy Grimlock. Let's get that Neanderthal look. This is quite an interesting thing I've drawn here. Let's move this leg over here, maybe. Boom, doom, boom, so you can see some buttocks. Sexy Grimlock. Like the idea that they don't really have, like, they got cankles. Is that what you call them? Let me look at my reference again. No, I don't need the beaks. I don't need that one. I can delete that. This guy. Yeah. I don't know. Not much to it really. Let's shrink this. Let's give myself a little bit more room for the Grell, because the Grell was quite large. Delete some of this mess here. Is she gonna be naked? No. She's gonna have, I don't know. I kind of want to have her. How do you draw? Should I just give her a bikini? What's a piece of clothing that begins with GR? Anything? Is there such a thing? Something I could give her. But we'll come back to that. Big calves and big cankles. I don't know what this music is. It sounds kind of like Alien, but I know it's not. Rags and Bones. So I went to see this band called Dead Bob. Evil Critters doing okay today. Not productive at all, but that isn't unusual. Well, can't all be. I had a hard time getting up. Oh, I'll be honest with you guys. I had a hard time getting up this morning. I think I need to move my axe. Move that axe. Move your axe! Drawing hands, and then this one will be like, let's give him some, I don't know, give her some. And then the tentacles will be wrapped around here, maybe even up her arm. Yes, yes. Yes. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I went to see a live band this week, which is unusual for me. Let's get. Oh, I guess it should be an outie if she's pregnant. Boit. I'll give her like really. Just don't, maybe, I don't want to give her a bikini, but I also, I don't know, just, hopefully that won't get flagged on Facebook as being indecent, even though it clearly is. Where's the jawline? I feel like she should be looking up. Oh, let's look at that Grimlock face again. Great Grimlock. Anything I need to see here? Where's that? They do have big mouths, very big mouths, and kind of their noses are different between the different editions. They got kind of elf ears on the newer edition, which I guess I can do. Or maybe I just won't. I'll just cover those up with hair. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's do the hair. That's what I can do. That's how I can cover up the nipples with hair, of course. The tried and true method. You can still see. She's definitely got. I'm trying to make it not beautiful hair. Let's give her less of a pointy nose and more of a. She's just looking a little bit too human. How do I fix that? In the first edition, they just have empty eyes. I like the idea of them not having eyeballs at all, but let's stick to the first edition. I haven't really worried about where my light source is coming from, which I should have done before now. Okay, now it's looking a little bit more monstrous. Yeah, really big. Big mouth. Almost like a, I don't know. Do like gorilla head, like a really tall gorilla head? Or should I just do like there is no flat head, which looks more interesting. Sharp, pointy teeth. Looks like her leg is being pulled too. Yeah, I might add some tentacles there too. We shall see. And then, some hair. Greasy hair. Me, Grimlock. That's kind of fun. All right, I think we have to say we're done with the. Can't spend much more time on this. It's 10:19. I got another. Well, we started 9, so I got another. We're halfway through. All right. I wanted the Grimlock to be facing a little bit more away from us, but now it's too late to change that. We can't change the entire figure, so let's. Can we? I don't think we can. So yeah, let's figure out. Got some tentacles. What happened? What happened? There we go. Let's get rid of all this. Need more space, more space. This is our janky axe. And this is our Grell. Looks too small. What I wanted to do, and again, this is a problem for me not. Oops. There we go. Let's just take care of that real quick. Ooh, this brush. It's a little bit transparent and makes some things difficult to do. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make that entire head smaller. She looks like, yeah, something like that. I think that's fine. Let's get more of that deltoid in there. God damn it. God damn it. I know I said I wasn't going to work on the Grimlock anymore, but now I feel invested. There's a gravid Grimlock. Let's just make that dark. People can make whatever suggestions they want. All right, let's have a beak here.
Guess I'll just follow the plumbing.
And then the center line. It's working. Oh, I think it's working so far. Let's do as was suggested by Charles. Get that. I have to draw the... It's not really apparent in the original artwork, but there are supposed to be spines on the tentacles. I'm not seeing that. But we'll see if we can do something. Some happy music. Let's draw some spines. Am I actually going to draw 10 tentacles? We'll see. That seems a little thick. Let's make that less thick. Because we don't want the tentacles to take up too much space, do we? Put this one over top of that. Coming from behind. Does that make sense? It's a little twisty. That's fine. And then, oh, this guy's in trouble. I don't have room for my grotto. Shrink this down a bit. And then, of course, you've got to have one coming up underneath. Evilly. Ba 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 ba. Let's get more. Ba 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 ba. This is the tentacle that's grabbing the great axe. And they kind of have, looking at the original art, kind of has a bunch of little ones around the edge. And that's, like a crazy ring around the beak. Didn't notice that before. Alright, well, let's do that too. I might have to look at my beak reference in a second. Let's just do some quick brain-like structures. Brains. If I only had a living brain. Let me check my beaks. Get that beak. It's not like, is it more like a crow beak? Does it have nostrils in the original version? That's an interesting question. No, seems like not. No nostrils needed. I mean, it doesn't have to look like a proper bird's beak, does it? But it's useful. It's useful to know how to draw a beak. And it definitely has this tongue coming out in both. So let's not. Let us not. This is more like a parrot beak, but let's do that. Something like that. Does that work? And then we can get that tongue in there. Bum, 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 bum. Where's my spider music? My Spider-Man music. Bring it back. Oh, hello. What's happening there? How we doing for time? 10:25. We got 4 more minutes ish. Okay, so that's our. I feel like that's our beak done. Maybe we'll just put a little center line down it just for shits and giggles, and then get that. Some of these. Where is the light source coming from? Nobody knows. It's supposed to be dark. So maybe we just don't draw a light source. Figure it out later. Alright, here's the axe. Does that look like an axe? Not really. Give it a chip. Give it just a little bit of a nub there. Maybe I need to give the axe some room on this side as well. It's a great axe. I'm telling you, it's a great axe. Bum, 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 So the axe, well, how is this working here? Let's do it the other way. It's coming in behind. Is that gonna work? And like this. Grappling. It's grappling the great axe. And then we can just, you can see the full handle here. Something like that. But her fingers should be definitely wrapped around it. Something like that. It's a granite great axe, and then the tongue, just get it out of the way. All right, we need to draw. Need to finish these. Let's give this a nice thick border so we can really make out what's happening here. So I'm telling you, it's a granite great axe. What do you want from me? Let's get some spines on here. Spines. All right. What am I doing? I'm losing my... Going mad. Going mad. Let's start over here. Recognize this music. I've used it in my podcast, Torrance Guide to Everything. Did you know I had a podcast called Torrance Guide to Everything? Where I talk about Spider-Man music? And also game books, choose your own adventure books, the history of choose your own adventure books. And my favorite, weird bird noises. Feel like that should be there. Okay, there's our Grell, more or less. Da-da-da-da. All right, tentacles. Let's just draw some. Nope. Some tentacles. They're everywhere. I'm not going to count the tentacles. I'm not going to worry about it. Because it's... Oh my god, we're at time. Can it truly be we're at time already? Well, that's what happened. I guess I'm definitely not drawing more than one Grimlock. It's okay, we'll rush this. Hurry up. Know what's happening here. No one knows what's happening here. What's this? Oh, that's the grotto. God, do I even have time to draw a grotto? We'll just rough it in. Okay. I feel like I need just a bit more suggestion of tentacles. We are officially over time. This is going to be a longer than 20-minute monster. Definitely feel like there's so much business going on around this axe that I don't know what else I can draw. I just don't know what else I can draw. How many more tentacles can I draw? I feel like my tentacles might be too long. Hard to say. Is there such a thing as a tentacle that's too long? Let's draw another one over here. They're all pointing at this lady's belly. Okay, let's get in some. There's supposed to be water in a grotto. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. But let's see if we can wrap it up. zoom out just a little bit. I need to leave room for the text as well. So let's... It's a grotto. Some rocks. Do you have a playlist available? What do you mean? You mean, do I have written down what songs I use? We're listening to the playlist now. Does that? I don't have, you can't just play any old song you want. I have to choose. Songs that aren't going to get me in trouble. Both for Twitch and for YouTube. Okay, this is our grotto. It's just, as they like to say, it is what it is. Let's count the tentacles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-ish. All right. I think that might have to do. We'll just suggest some more tentacles over here. Tentacles in the background. In a way that highlights the axe, hopefully. Very. Oh, here's one. Where does that go? Nowhere, apparently. I can do the same thing. It's in the background. It's kind of a weird. Doesn't really work. Let me see if I can fix that. This is where the tentacle would be. Always draw through. That's one thing they teach you in art school. Draw through and erase the lines later. I'll give some spines. This one's got spines. This one's got spines. This one's got spines. Here's some more spines. Now we can see the spines. I feel like that's enough tentacles. We're not going to do any more. We're just not. We're just not. Spark. We're not going to draw any more tentacles. Okay. This is our Grell. Let's add. Here's what I'm going to do. This is the underlayer. And I'm going to, what's the best way to do this? Here's our color. We like this color. And then we're going to make it darker. A darker gray. A darker greenish gray. I hit record, right? Yeah, I did. Great. And then let's, what's the best way to do this? No, wrong layer. Wrong layer. Oh, memory. Okay. That's fine. We don't want this one locked. We're going back to our original color. And let's choose a different brush. Maybe sampled brush 3. And we can just have some color. Especially for the Grell. Maybe what I should do. Let me try something different here. Let me try. We're going to do the background. We're going to do the background and the back tentacles. You know what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm getting at here? Is this going to work? A little bit of... And then erasing. This is kind of an experiment. The granite, great axe, and the gravid grimlock. Draw this one in, and maybe this one too. How's that looking? I'll just do a a bit of an outline here, which I might accentuate with some, if I do a layer of white. Let me zoom real far out and see if that looks all right. Sometimes you just have to get away from it, you know? Yeah. Just clean up a couple bits. And then, that's fine there. Just chunkies. Some chunkies. And then let's do white. Let's do a little bit of white. Let's finish it off. Let's cap this. Let's go back to my sure, waxy nib is no fountain inker. That's what we're using. No, waxy nib for white. And we will just highlight the important parts and do some let's get the granite. This is really the whole thing they're struggling over. And then her belly. And then just a couple. The beak, definitely the beak. The tongue, yes. And then just the outline. And then, my friends, it's time to discuss what we're going to do next week. Yes, it is. Make these look kind of slimy. Let's give some underneath here. And over here as well. Okay, great. So here we have. Not too bad. Not too bad. This wasn't exactly what I was envisioning in my head. Let me check the chat. Do you have a playlist available? Yes, I'd like to get this most excellent music for myself. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this right now. Let me save my work. And you get ready to do a screen grab or just come back. Come back to the finished recording. And I will show you. Oop, god damn it, what happened there? Here is my... I've got James Horner, Battle Beyond the Stars. I've got a bunch of KPM, David Lindup and Johnny Pearson for Spider-Man. Got some Paul Gerard from Spider-Man. I would advise you to go to my webpage, tornatkinson.com, and plug in Spider-Man music, and you can get this entire list. Ray Ellis, if you can find it. Sid Dale, also Spider-Man. Ted Heath, also Spider-Man. William Hanna. Okay, so all this Johnny Quest is, I bought the 2-disc CD from a website. I can't remember what it's called, but there are tons of tracks on this, and that's pretty much it. A couple from Ren and Stimpy Production Music, Volume 3. That is my list. You've seen it. I hope that helps. I'm not going to type everything out, so yeah, there you go. Okay, so now we do the 20-minute. Let's fatten up that 20-minute monster. So when I post this on Dungeons and Dragons for Old Dudes Facebook page, Grell versus Grimlock. I always get in trouble if I put the link. Like for every other place I put it, I just write twitch.tv/Torin@Kinson. But if I have this link even on the image, and I post it in the Dungeons and Dragons for old nerds, what is it? That I get a warning, and they take it down. So whatever. Anyway, this is the gray-green Grell grappling the granite great axe from a gravid Grimlock. I think that's what I've drawn. I believe that's what I've drawn. So next week is going to be the letter. Let me pull up my Fiend Folio table of contents. Dun, 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 dun. Here we are. And we got H. H is next week. I promise you I will be drawing a hook horror. There will be no voting for next week. I'm not drawing a Hellcat. I'm not drawing a Horfox. I'm not drawing a Giant Hornet or a Houndabil Omen or a Hecuva. It's going to be hook horror. Okay. Thanks for joining. This went a little bit long. But this has been Torn Atkins and 20 Minute Monsters. Hey, if you're listening on, listening on YouTube, like and subscribe. And subscribe to my Twitch for notifications to get, so you can watch live. Just like, who did it? Evil Critters. Thank you for joining, and charlessmith.org. And, yeah, the reason I'm drawing hook horror is because it's in the D&D cartoon, and I might want to recreate a certain scene. We'll see how it goes. And they're also awesome. Okay, that's it. Have a great one.